sudden I see this little sign and it says, comic book convention down this way. And I went, what? I had just started collecting comic books. And I went, there's a comic book convention at the hotel we're staying at tonight? Woo! So I went, Mom, I gotta go check something out. I walked down the hall, and there was a couple of people. The show wasn't very big, it was inside, and had a couple of artists out on the wall, and then they had a little table over here, and Stan Lee was there. Now, I'm 16, and I know that every book that I bought says Stan Lee Presents on every one of those books, right? Stan Lee Presents, I'm going, what? He's like the Pope. The Pope is here. So I'm trying to, at this point, I'm trying to teach myself how to draw comic books. And I go up to Stan and I go, hey, Mr. Lee, my name's Todd, and I'm trying to break into comic books, and I'm trying to learn drawing stuff. And you mind if I just sit at your table? And he said, sure, come on. And he didn't know me from Adam, could have been any one of you. And he let me sit right next to him for the rest of the night. And all I did was pepper him with questions. Like, how does the business work? What do I got to do to send the sample? What kind of ink do I use? And he had a lineup, because he was Stan Lee, though not quite as famous, as weird as it is, as he is today. But he had the people coming in, and he was as gracious back then as he is today, if you guys got to meet him. He had the same enthusiasm, hasn't lost an ounce of enthusiasm. And he just let me stay there for 8 hours by his side as a nobody. And it made an impact to me. It made an impact. I remember that I said, when I left that convention, I met a couple other people, Mike Zeck, he was a good guy too, Pat Broderick, and then I met a couple other people I thought were a little snarly, and I went, if I'm ever on that side of the desk, I'm going to treat people like him. And Stan I just watched him back then, made people feel good, even though he's got, sometimes we only have 20 or 30 seconds with you, right? I wish we had more time, but we got to move the line. But he was just gracious and made everybody feel important. And for me, he sort of gave me a memory. He doesn't remember it, but for me, it was a lasting impact that I ended up having.